I think I'll tell about the inquiry we did about the physiotherapy education in Europe earlier. So we got answers from different countries, and the most answers we got from the countries that are represented here today. So I don't know if there's any new information for you, but maybe shortly the main things. What I heard this morning, I got that feeling that Germany and France are those good students who have the system working very well, something we could maybe learn from. And then, for example, Denmark, Sweden are quite like Finland nowadays. They have had their better days, but today's they have, I think, very similar difficulties as we do. First in Spain. It's same in all the countries we asked the questions, that all the visually impaired students do the same curriculum as the sighted or normal sighted students, so there are no differences in that. And all the visually impaired students graduating as physiotherapists get the same rights and the same diplomas as the sighted students. The curriculum is very similar in all the countries, and the same requirements are used in all the countries. Maybe some countries do more practical training, and then other countries emphasize on theory more. I think Finland comes with that theory part more than, for example, Spain. Most of visually impaired people study at the ONC University School of Physiotherapy, and we are going to hear more about that today. All the physiotherapists, they work in all types of jobs, in public and in private sector, hospitals and clinics and homes for the elderly, sports clubs, university lecturers and so on. So in Spain, the work is same as those who has normal sight. France, they have 4 specialized physiotherapy training centers, and each class has about 20 visually impaired students. That makes 80 students, visually impaired students per year graduating. And in those schools, the teaching staff is specialized in teaching visually impaired, and all necessary special education methods are used. So they have digital, audio, media, and computers, and they play an important role in teaching. And the cost of training is supported by Social Security. That's quite different from many other countries. And there's also financial and material assistance that may be provided to the workplace to adapt to the special needs of the visually impaired physiotherapist when graduated. But as in Spain, the state diploma is issued at the same conditions for everyone. In Italy, the situation is that there used to be a blind massage therapist education, and then there was a conversion that those working as blind masseurs were named physiotherapists. And nowadays, while visually impaired physical therapists who are training at the university, that has changed. So now you have to also have the same criteria when you start studying. So it's like in Finland, you have to have your college diploma and so on. But when you graduate, you get the same title as your sighted colleagues. And there's a special office in every university dealing with disabled students' rights. And they provide you with copies and other aids, and for example, tape recorders. But they are dealing with all disabled students. They don't have any special knowledge on visual impairment. University of Florence has some tradition in accommodating to blind students, but from Italy they commented that actually the other universities seem to be with no knowledge how to handle things. They have done a very good study on visually impaired physiotherapists in Italy. That would be a very interesting read. I only got a sort of summary of it. And they thought that in schools the major difficulties are the inaccessibility to slides and then the noise disturbance that's hindering the acoustic perception of lessons. And then in Italy, majority of visually impaired physiotherapists work in orthopedic outpatient facilities, not in hospitals. In Denmark, all students are fully integrated at the university and study by the same curriculum as other students. And all graduated physiotherapists normally and naturally get the same authorization. And the practical training is same for all. I think I don't go very deep into the Denmark answers because you are soon going to hear a lot more from their system. So I'll save you the time because they are better to tell what they think than that I tell what they have told me. And then Finland. In our country, physiotherapy is one of the most popular fields to study. So the persons visually impaired or normal sighted are interested in the field. It takes 3.5 years of studies at the University of Applied Sciences. And unlike many other countries, we have entrance tests, which are actually quite hard to get to the entrance tests. So you may try to apply, but you don't even get to show your knowledge or your skills or your interest. And that's sometimes an issue for those who feel that maybe they don't get the possibility to come to entrance tests for different reasons, because schools can decide who to invite. But for example, if you are a trained masseur in Finland, you can get to the entrance tests for physiotherapy by that diploma. Right now, maybe the reason we wanted to have this seminar was that we feel that other countries can do things in educating and getting visually impaired persons in physiotherapy field working, that other countries have some knowledge we don't have. We are very keen to hear your experiences and to sort of the good practices you have, to get maybe some of those to help us to come further with this. Because we may feel that maybe there are some issues with the schools and teachers that may hinder our visually impaired students to enter the schools. We think that all the other things during practical training and then later specializing in a field, they are not a problem after you get to the school and get your education. But we'll hear about that more today. And now I'd like to welcome Kirsi Markkola from Finnish Association of Physiotherapists to come and share her views.